I'm the closest with you. I mean, we spend
more time with him than with my wife.
and me too.
That's
so
worrying.
Yeah. The Hotel d'Invalide, the Eiffel Tower behind us, and someone more famous than both of those, Dario Franchitti, to join us on our track walk today of the Paris E-Prix, the shortest circuit on the calendar this year. But I mean, what a venue!
I've been a lot of cool venues for races. I think this one takes a biscuit. Stunning.
Absolutely. So let's go and have a wander and see what we can find out about this circuit. So we're here now down at the second corner on the circuit. Nelson Piquet Jr. is here, defending champion, and we better just keep our eyes out here. Let's go this way a little bit, shall we? So we don't get run over by the lorry. But yeah, that run down towards turn one, what do you think that's going to be like in the race?
It seems like a straightforward corner. I mean, we're going to arrive pretty quick over there because the corner before, it is one of the quickest corners I've seen the whole season. So we're going to be arriving over here at a pretty good speed. So a mistake over here will cost a few suspension arms.
And finally, everyone else is just going, how are we racing here? What is this about? Is this the craziest racetrack you've driven at?
Maybe in terms of location and significance of the place, it's pretty amazing. I mean, I was reading a bit of history, and the last race they had in Paris was 122 years ago. And yeah, it was a steamed engine that won the race. Yeah, it was a race, left Paris and went to a little town about 120 kilometers from here. It took about 6 hours, an average of 20 kilometers an hour, something like 27. And yeah, it was a steamed engine, so it wasn't a combustion engine as well. So, and now we are the next ones to make a race over here. It was such a big event, so it's pretty special. I mean, I wish we had this race last year over here because I'm sure we could have won it. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of new venues that Formula E is going to come every year too.
Yeah, cool. Well, if you hear that stat in commentary, it's thanks to Nelson Piquet, because I'm going to steal that one. Have a good weekend. So we're now around here at the exit of Turn 4, and we've bumped into two men who a lot of focus will be on this weekend, most notably Renault. Nico, it's a big weekend for the Renault.
Yes, obviously, it's our home race, so we really want to do well here. Like any race, but a little bit of extra pressure here.
Seb, what do you make of this sequence of corners we're in now? Quite tight and twisty.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe it makes me think of Mexico, turn 3 and 4, but it's going to be a bit different. You need to look at the banking, and the asphalt is completely new, so I don't know how it's going to react.
What are the chances of rain tomorrow?
It looks like it could rain, which would be kind of a new thing for us. But now, hopefully, qualifying will be in the same condition for everyone. That would be very important. And then, as long as it is stable, I don't mind, but that's the most important.
Best of luck, guys. See you in a bit. We're here at the little flick of Turn 6, and alongside me here is Nick Heidfeld, driver for the Mahindra team. What do you make of this little sequence of corners? Is this going to be quite a quick left-hander?
Well, actually, I'm trying to suck in all the buildings and the scenery, which is fantastic. So when I'm driving it, I can focus on the circuit.
So you've been walking around. Most people are looking at curves and stuff. You're going, oh.
Yeah, a bit of both, actually. I mean, here we have the new concrete, which probably will be quite slippery, because when it's new, it's oily, especially if it would rain overnight, which I don't hope.
And what do you think Mahindra can do this weekend? Good weekend?
I hope so. We've been seen an upwards trend lately. Long Beach was the best ever result for Mahindra, but you never know in racing. You come here all positive, optimistic that it worked out on the last circuit, but especially in Formula E, going to unknown circuits, city circuit, it might all change. But I'm optimistic.
Cool. Best of luck. Thank you. So we're down here now at the hairpin of Turn 7. You come through that pretty quick left-hand kink at 6, and then it's hard on the brakes for one of the slowest corners on the circuit. Jean-Eric Verne is here for the DS Virgin team. Can we have a little chat?
Yeah, sure.
What do you think of all of this?
It looks amazing. It's unreal. Making the truck work, looking at the surrounding of the track is unbelievable. So it looks a nice track. Very nice surface. They've done it nicely.
And what do you think about this sort of 6 and 7 sequence? Are there going to be overtakes into here, or is it a bit too tight?
It has to, yes. We've seen overtakings in tighter corners, so definitely will be a place to overtake here.
And what can you do this weekend?
something better than the rest of the season. Obviously, you know, hopefully bad luck is behind. You know, we all have our dose of bad luck, so hopefully I got mine and can focus on you know, getting a good weekend.
You got friends and family coming to this one?
Yeah, quite a lot. So I'm not gonna see them obviously, but I try to make a good race for them and, you know, for myself mainly. But yeah, as a Parisian, French, making a good race here is something quite important.
Cool. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Lucas, exit of turn 7 then. This is quite a long straight up here.
Yeah, a very tight hairpin with a long straight. I think there is a good overtaking point, and also depending if you do a small mistake, there could be also, because the lift point for the race to save energy will be bigger in this straight than the main straight. So, very good.
What do you think of the surface of the place?
I think it looks mega for a city track. It's exactly what we want. We want good quality curbs and setups, which we've seen here is the same as Berlin last year. That allows you to go into the edge without going over. There is a clear definition of track limits. Well, track limits are the wall, right? And and also gives a small characteristic to the track. If all the surface is not equally distributed, you have to find compromises. You know better than I do.
If in Beijing we'd have said, you'll go to Paris and there'll just be 1 point between you and Sébastien Buemi, you'd have taken that, wouldn't you?
If I wasn't 1 point in front, yes.
Well, yeah.
Of course, like I said, we are the underdogs. Our car is not as competitive as Renault's, but we've made a huge step from last season. So in general, we are ahead of the other teams on average, but behind them. But because our consistency and always scoring points, we managed to do the good amount of points. Yeah.
Here's trouble. Are you going to battle with Lucas this weekend on track?
Sure, for sure. We're gonna see him. It's gonna be a cool one. Hopefully, if I'm with him, I think it's not gonna be too bad because what he's done so far is fantastic. Always been on the podium. No, thanks to your car. And no, I'm joking. No, he's done a fantastic job. So hopefully, if we are able to be around him, it's really positive for us. Yeah.
Who's your best friend in the Formula E drivers? Is it Lucas?
Yeah, he's the one I'm the closest with. I mean, we spend
more time with him than with my wife.
And me too.
That's
so
worrying.
Yeah.
Because of the WEC and because of Formula E, that's all.
Yeah, that's the only reason.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're clear now then. Yeah. So
Luckily, there's a truck coming.
Yeah, we better stop because of the truck, not because of any other reason. Thank you, guys.
No, don't head towards me, Jack.
So now we're coming into the final sort of horseshoe on the circuit at the Place d'Invalide, and you're going to be attacking these curbs, Dario.
You are. You can see the yellow and red part here. Easy to go over those. And this next part, though, the bigger step, how much of that can you use? How greedy can you be getting over that? That's going to be the big question, Jack. It looks like the curbs are fairly uniform around the track, and yeah, I think a bit of aggression here is going to pay dividends.
And then you come through the final sequence of corners, and then you've got the pit lane there on the left-hand side. You've got to keep to the left. Is that going to cause troubles?
Right now it looks like you're going to be slowing down more to go in pit lane than you would be if you stayed on track. So if you are coming in the pit lane, you can slow the field down a bit. There's potential there for a bit of confusion, so we might see that change a little bit before race time.
Yep. Then the cars come out of the final corner at turn 14 onto the start-finish straight again. They're just removing the traffic lights from the middle of the circuit. That's how sort of late the preparation is for this one, because it's right in the city centre. Dario, it's a good track.
Stunning location, Jack, but a proper track. Is going to produce good racing, and I'm really excited about this.
You look it. So they come out of the final corner down towards turn 1 and to start another lap where we spoke to Nelson Piquet Jr. earlier on. So make sure you join us across social media this weekend on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram at FIA Formula E, and on YouTube as well, where you can watch all the on-track action. It's all kicking off on the 23rd of April here in Paris for round 7 of the Formula E Championship.